2, 3. Oh, it's live. See it? It's lighting up. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Okay. What am I doing here? Oops.
Let me go back to the car. Do you need anything?
No, just your beauty coming back to me and telling me you love me. Love me some. Okay.
There'll be some over here. I'll throw some jokes out over here. Talking down. You got it?
You're over-modulating. Can you bring it down just a bit on that? Oh, no.
Still working on it?
If not, no worries. No worries. Got you.
I'd like to do a little...
I got it.
I'd like to do a little number for you now. 2.
Sounds good.
2.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Yeah, up till you 2 a.m. Can I come over text? I didn't bother texting back, so I guess you got the message. That ain't cool with me. If you think I'm just a late night roadside pull off, better keep rolling down that lonely dark blacktop. That ain't cool with me. I'm not your 24-hour, 7 days, 7-Eleven, don't getting go. Always available. You fly a J, Speedway, Easy Mart, Circle K. You come and go, it's gone. And when you don't get what you want and go anymore, baby, I'm not your convenience store. This ain't no $1 chili dog, superficial dialogue. Slim Jim, Eminem, last chance truck stop. Boy, have you lost your mind? You got a better chance of winning on that lottery ticket. Odds of getting lucky, getting smaller by the
Testing,
what
testing.
I was told. Check, check, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2.
You want to get in the camera?
Test, test,
You want to get in
1.
the camera too? Are you sure?
He's like, bye.
Courtney.
Yeah.
Welcome to Roanoke, Alabama. But you've
Yeah.
been here. You grew up here when your grandparents lived here, right?
Yes. So my mom grew up here and my grandparents lived here. So I was here all the time as a kid.
Yeah. I mean, did you come when you were like really, really little up until you were a teenager and then move away? Or, I mean, how did you?
Well, I mean, my parents have always lived in Georgia.
Okay.
So we'd come down twice a month maybe.
Okay.
And visit my grandparents from when I was a kid pretty much till the day they passed. So, I mean, we've been down here a lot. And then since they've passed, we've still come down here. They've remodeled their farmhouse, and
Okay.
it's kind of become a little weekend type
Getaway?
getaway. So yeah, so
Wow.
we still come down here. Yeah.
Right. And so your mom graduated from the 1976 class of
She's
Handling.
gonna kill you for saying
Oh,
that.
should I not really?
No,
Oh, you're right.
they already posted
Oh,
it, and I told her. And
No,
she said no.
oh, really? Well, she was actually very young. She had to go back in time. No, I tell her, there's no way I can come back from that. Yeah.
Well, you're not the first one to
Oh.
spill the beans.
Oh, really?
so
Okay,
you're
good.
good.
Okay, good. And then, so what got you into music? Was it something that you've always wanted to do, or is it trying to do? I mean, how
Ever
did you get
since I was little, I've been singing, and I've always wanted to be doing something on stage. So it's kind of always been in me, I guess.
Yeah, I heard when you were 12, you picked up a guitar to start playing. Is that correct?
My parents got me some guitar lessons, and then
Okay.
from there I started writing songs, and we started going to Nashville, and it just kind of kept snowballing from there.
Okay.
At 12, I got to do I got to do a duet with Billy Ray Cyrus.
Wow.
So that was kind of where it kind of
Something to do with this.
But BJ, the Brandon, my
Right.
guitar player,
Yeah.
super good friend. We've been playing for a while together, so
Wow.
he's like family.
You know what's so funny? When I was talking to your husband, because he's an electrician, making sure everything works, he told me he was the guitar player on your convenience store.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's not?
No.
Maybe because he's just beard to beard?
He's totally messing with you.
Okay, okay. I was totally messing. I was like, what? They don't look exactly alike. But
Totally messing.
Okay, great. And so tonight, this is your first time to ever perform in Roanoke, Alabama?
Yes, it is,
right?
yes.
It's kind of a different.
It's really cool though.
Yeah.
I love what they've done with the place. I'm really excited. Yeah.
And have you ever, so when I was growing up as a little kid, when my grandparents, they lived here as well, this was the first place I ever saw Star Wars, 1977.
Oh, cool.
The year after oh, never mind. Yeah, I'll stop. But anyway, I know you're about to perform. We're so excited about having you here. And if there's anything we can do here in Roanoke, Alabama, let us know. And please come back.
Well, thank you so much. I'm excited.
And next time, I promise I'll do this interview not sweating profusely.
Oh, I'm sweating. So
Yeah.
you're fine.
Thank you so much. And have a great show.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Hey, thank you so much. You're good.
Perfect.
Yes, ma'am. Awesome. I'll steal that back from you.
Very much.
Thank you. Have a great show. Hey, Brenda Lee.
my baby, she's a Chippewa. Oh, she's a one of a kind. Yeah, the wind blew up here. The Hanley Day, right? What's that mean? What's Hanley Day? So we got graduates from the 1960s. Anybody? No. Are you people? 1957. Hey, give her a round of applause. 1957. Wow, that's great. How about 1960s? Anybody from the 60s? Clap. No? 70s. That's my peeps right there. That's my peeps. Love that. How about the 80s? Yeah. How come the 80s are weaker than the 70s? That's because we had better music, I think, back in the 70s, right? They're still singing our stuff. About 90s. Anybody from the 90s? There you go. Okay. Any 2000s? No? Yeah, we don't want them around anyway. It was probably a better show without them. How about you girls sitting over there in the corner? Did you graduate yet? No? You still in there? Well, hang in there. You'll be like these people here pretty soon. Be all right. Yeah. I graduated high school. I know you don't look like it, but I did. I'm an Apache Indian, and that's usually the response I get from white people. Personal art. I tell you what, let me see if I can come down there. Come on, everybody, raise the roof. Excellent, you did it. Look, you raised the roof. That's perfect. This is got to be great. Right now, there's some people out in the parking lot circling the cars because they think it's being an Indian attack again. But I'm glad you guys are smiling when you did that, because remember when you were kids, you used to do that? I can talk about it because we're an older crowd here tonight. We remember when we were free to run around in the yard like a bunch of wild Indians. Remember that? Remember when you used to do that? We saw you. We saw you out there. You and your friends were pretending. Me and my friends were doing it for real. That's what we did. Our moms would say, our moms never told us not to run around like a bunch of wild Indians. That's what we did. And we saw you, and guess what? Guess what? Back in the 50s and 60s, we were not offended in the least that you were out there doing that. It was not offensive to us at all. You know why? We had common sense. We realized that you weren't doing it to mock us. You were doing it because you wanted to be like us, right? Yeah, it's an admiration thing. It's not mockery. What are you talking about? Man, you guys were doing it, we were doing it, we were having a good time. Now you grew up and all of a sudden the woke generation took that simple pleasure away from you, didn't you? Yeah, they took it away from you. Can't do it anymore. It's offensive. They find it offensive. Well, I don't, people. This is my gift to you tonight. I'm giving it back to you. I'm a giver. I give and I give. I'm an Indian giver. I give. No, really, I am. Some of you know what an Indian giver is, right? You know, it's funny because I've done that joke at an Indian casino in Oklahoma. And after the show, this red brother comes up to me, and he just walks up to me and he goes, "How?" Because that's the way Indians talk, you know, as far as you know. And he came up to me and he said, "You should not use the term. So if I have offended anybody by using the term Indian giver, I take it back. From the bottom of my heart, I take it back. I don't want to be offensive. Because I'm awake, not woke. I'm awake. I know the difference. For example, the woke generation woke up and decided that they were offended there was an Indian maiden on no better because we're just stupid savages. So they decided they're offended. They also decided that they're just going to take us all off the sports teams. Let me tell you something. I want to see sports teams that are Braves, that are Warriors, that are Indians. I want to see those sports teams play. You don't know your favorite sports team after something you despise. Yeah. No, you name them after something you love, something that you admire. I want to see an Indian with war paint and feathers riding out on his war pony with a lance, right into the middle of the field, throw the lance down on the ground and challenge the enemy to battle. That is football, right? That's football. Do you know that if it wasn't for the Florida State football team, 80% of America wouldn't have ever heard of Seminoles? Is what I'm saying. Hey, imagine this. You were surrounded by thousands and thousands of people in war paint and feathers with tomahawks, and they're chopping into your heart. That's why we did it. It's not mockery. It's a tip of the headdress to a superior fighting strategy. That's what it is. Think about it. Think about it. The only thing the white man had up to that point is, hey, batter, swing. We got. All right, let me just admit, I do find the name Washington Redskins offensive. I find it offensive. I'm glad they decided to change the name because that is derogatory. It's demeaning to my people. Because they took the wrong word. Dirty word. Let me tell you, being an American Indian is pretty cool because they decided that you couldn't wear war paint and feathers to a Washington Redskins game anymore. I wonder what they'd do if I showed up in paint and feathers. They can't say it's cultural appropriation, can they? No, they can't say that. I was telling them I'm an Indian war reenactor. You can do it too. Let me ask you. How many Native Americans are there in this audience that clap? If you're Native, anybody? Oh, there's quite born here in Roanoke, right? Aren't we in America? Aren't we in America? If you were born in the United States of America, you are Native American. Right? Yeah. I ran into a Boy Scout leader one time. He says, oh, they don't like to be called American Indians. They want to be called Native Americans. What? I mean, you're a Native American, right? Let's mess with them. Yeah. Next time you have to fill out a census or anything that asks your nationality, just put down Native American. Native American. They'll be looking at the census going, man, Alabama's overrun with Indians. What happened? What? Native American. They can't fight you on that. You are a Native American. And they ask me, they want to know about Indian things. Like the other day, I was at the Rick and Bubba show, right? And I was out in the alcove to Chris Adler, who is like their technical advisor there, and I was talking to him, and this woman came up to me and she says, "Hey, do Indians celebrate Thanksgiving?" I said, "Yes, we do. It's just we call it your welcome day. It's the same. It's the same thing." People all the time ask me. I was standing outside of Steak and Shake, and this woman comes up to me, and this woke lady, she wanted me to know that she was woke, and she came up to me and she says, American Indian? I said, yes, I am. She said, I thought you were. And I said, I got to talk to that guy because, I have some Indian blood in me myself. I do have some Indian blood. In fact, my great-great-grandmother was a Cherokee. India, they speak Hindu. So I just looked at her and said, I am so glad you said that because I speak a little Caucasian myself. I've never been to the mother country, but I hope to get to Caucasia someday and get some more language skills. But maybe we can talk, because I actually have some white blood in me. My great-great-grandmother was an Anglo-Saxon princess. So I've got that, going down the street and say things like, so low, and is that your real hair? Can I touch it? come from. You know, hey, is it true? What is the meaning behind that you guys do? Is there like any voodoo? Because does on us. Even when we dance practice, it rains. That's how you know you're good. I can lie to white people. I can lie to white people because they don't know. You do. You usually give your names at birth. In our tribe, you have to be 50 moons old to get a baby name. That's about 4 years old. But you get a name based on a physical characteristic, a personality trait, or an event that happens to you in your life. That's what you get. My baby name was Little Spirit because my dad said that I was like a little spirit. When he told me I couldn't have something, I would sneak in and get it anyway and get away with it, just like a little spirit. My little brother, Limping Buffalo, not so much. He always got caught. But then again, he had this handicap. He was born with one leg shorter than the other, so that was, partly to blame. And then he grew up, and now he's got a corrective moccasin. So they changed his stands corrected. So I think that's good. But they changed my name, my adult name, to Spirit Walker, which means one who walks with the spirit of his ancestors. That's what that means. I like it. It's a cool name. But I think they're setting me up. Because my name could change again in the future based on physical characteristic, personality trait, an event that happens to me. I think in about 20 years, they're going to change my name to Needs a Walker. Like that. You don't give your children names with meanings, do you? Don't really see a lot of white people with on a piece of clothing, or Bob, undulate up in the water. But you don't really give them names, descriptive names. If somebody gave you a name based on physical characteristic, personality trait, or event that happened to you, what would your Indian name be? I wish I could hear you. I bet there's some good ones out there. Because I see some of you that I would give some pretty good names to you. I've given white people Indian names. Like I used to have a friend in high school. We called him Slinky because he was a lot of fun to push down the stairs. And we had, yeah, that was his name. But you don't really give it, well, sometimes you'll give your little girls names based on characteristics you pray they'll grow up into, like faith, hope, chastity. That's always hope for in the dads. I don't understand charity, though. That could be like the opposite of chastity. I stay away from you party and your boss come walking across. Hey, insider trader, come on. Meet my newest employee. His name is Henpeck's husband. You maybe met him. And his wife, Walker. One son runs with scissors. This kind of names you guys would have. Some jacked names. Sometimes you don't think before you give your children names. I know there is a Olympic diver whose name is Eliza Dushku. No, excuse me. There's a diver named Misty. Have you ever heard of her? Misty Hyman. Nobody knows what a hymen is. Go look that word up. You'll laugh. It's funny. They knew her last name was Hyman, and they still gave her an adjective as a first name. I would never, that's not a good idea. I'd also stay away from Anita Hyman. And that's not good. Also a race car named Dick. Him. Were they? I think he's Ken's car, number one. Man, do you guys ever get out and travel? I do too much traveling. Too much traveling out here. I got a brand new car. Anybody bought a new car lately? Anybody? No? Nobody? How about anybody want a train? We got a train coming. Had the railroad tracks back there. That train. I bought a brand new car. Got it sitting out there, 2021 car, because my career is on fire. Look where I'm at. I get a new agent. I do. I have a 2021 Elantra. I know it's top of the line sports car, but no, it is a fancy car. It's fancy enough that it talks to me, and it talks too much. Anybody have a new car that talks to you all the time? If I sit at a stoplight and there's a car in front of me and I'm not paying attention and the car pulls off, it'll start talking to me. It'll flash and say, leading vehicle pulling away. Like, okay, calm down, dude. What are you? It's like, I did not marry you. It's like driving with your mother-in-law. What? Drive, pull away. It'll say, collision alert. Alert. In front of me puts on the, I got this. I've been driving 50. I know what I'm arguing down the end. Nobody has in the car. I'm arguing with my car. And I think pretty soon, over, and the car's going to be doing everything. Don't you think? Doing everything. Because if I don't put on my, somebody puts their stoplights on in front of me, the car will stop. The car will automatically brake me to a stop. Turn into the lane, the car is in my blind, it won't let me. It'll turn me back. It'll keep moving. The car will not let me do everything. So I think someday cars are going to drive us, right? And we're just going to be passengers. We're just going to be along for the ride. And we're just going to be like sleeping in the car, and all of a sudden the car will jerk. We'll look, hey, what's going on, car? What's going on? Well, me and that Honda got that Chevy pinned up in between those trucks right there because it ain't acting right. That's what, and pretty soon road rage is going to be between cars instead of people. And we'll just be looking at each other going, I don't know, dude. It's not me. It's the car. I don't know. I think that's what, because technology is advancing. It's advancing so fast. Now they say you need to put a piece of tape over your camera on your laptop because somebody might hack into your laptop and watch you through the camera. Even Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook is saying, put tape over your lens of your camera. And I know he's right. I know he's right because that's how I ended up on an episode of Naked. I know some white people. I married a white woman. I should get some credit for that, right? Huh? Woohoo! Well, 4 of them when you add them all up. It's a little, it's a little hard to hold on to once you chew through the ropes. But I'm trading up. Gotta get some new ropes. Keep saying you should get Tinder. You should get that dating web. I read in the year 2040 that 70% of all. So you got to get on the spirit. Well, get on that dating site. Tinder. Anybody heard of that dating site? Tinder, really? At my age, Tinder. Don't they have one calloused? How about jaded? You get website. What? You ever been on those websites too? Women, you guys want too much. You want too much. The women on there are saying, we want a real man. I'm looking for a real man. Somebody that's going to tell me the truth. Be honest up front. Don't lie to me. I want an honest, truthful man. And you look at the picture and go, good night, lady. What do you actually look like? What did, you know that's not your real hair. You know that's, And you look at her makeup and you think, you know, lady, I agree. Any old barn you could use a coat of paint, but you don't put it all in one place, is what I'm saying. You want a man that's going to be honest? How about show me what you actually look like one time? These dating websites, man, they will trick you too. They will trick you into saying things and doing things that you didn't want to do. But women in public will do the same thing. I had a woman come up to me on the street the other day, and she said, "Whoo-wee, you looking fine. You got a little brother?" What kind of left-handed compliment is that? That's not a compliment at all, is it? That's like saying, you know, I'd really like to get with you, but you got a younger version of you or something at home? You got a... Women don't want to be treated like pieces of meat. Well, I'm tired of being treated like a used car. That's what I'm, you know. People look at me and go, you know, I like the model, but you got a newer version? Got a newer model at home? Is that I like one with a little less miles on it. This one looks like it's been in a wreck. Got a bent chassis. You women, you don't help. Don't help at all. Well, let me tell you, I got to try to watch my weight. I got to try to watch my weight. I got to try to watch, you know, the way I dress, what I look like now. I got on that new weight loss fad. Have you seen this? It's called WWJE. Anybody seen that? What would Jesus eat? Yeah, I got on that. It's a biblical diet. It's beautiful. It's perfect. I mean, you get a little tired of loaves and fishes after a while, but you know, you get used to it. It's not bad. The good thing is you never run out. They just keep replenishing. So, you know, saves on the grocery bill. Because I don't like to exercise. All these women on the sites, they say, we like long walks on the beach. Yeah, how about a short walk on the beach? I was born in Roswell, New Mexico. That's a desert. I always walked on beaches. There was just no water. How about a short walk to the water? How about that? Let's do that. I was born in Roswell, New Mexico. Anybody ever heard of my town? Yeah, you've heard of my hometown, Roswell? What's the first thing you think of when you think of Roswell? UFOs, aliens? Anybody? Anybody still awake? Are there any aliens out there? Yeah. Woo, yeah. I was born in Roswell, the UFO capital of America. But unless the UFO crashed in 1948, so unless the gestation period for an alien is 8 years, I'm all right. I'm good. Roswell, everybody always thinks, well, it must have been really spooky growing up in Roswell. No, wasn't any different than growing up wherever you grew up. Me and my friends would be out in the yard playing Indians, you know, just having a good time. We'd go to school, regular day. I was abducted by aliens, you know, the same old stuff. It's a routine. No, really, I was abducted by aliens. I was 8 years old. I was abducted by aliens. Luckily, I know a little Spanish, so I was able to get away, you know. No, I say, mi indio, no mexicano, indio. There was one thing strange about growing up in Roswell, and that was that our house was haunted. We lived in the only haunted house on an American Indian reservation. We think it was built over an old white man's burial grounds. Yeah. Late at night, the ghosts would go, you know, so it's kind of a dead giveaway. Grew up in Roswell, had a great time there, and my mom remarried when I was very young, and she married a big white man. I mean, he was huge. Biggest man I ever knew when I was a kid. So I really, really took to heart the old phrase, you must obey the great white father. I remember I did that real well. But I remember when he used to get upset with me and send me to my room. You know, back in our day, we got our butts whipped, didn't we? We got our butts whipped. We didn't get no time out. Time out was for us to think about what we did that we're going to get our butts beat for. So my dad would send me to my room, and he would say, go to your room, think about it. I'll be in a minute. I knew he was going to come in with that belt, right? So I'd put a sign up on the door and say, Indian territory, no whites allowed. It didn't work. He was a great man, taught me everything I know. I mean, he was a fantastic father. I could not have wanted a better father. But when I was 10 years old, we moved from New Mexico to Texas. And there is a linguistic odyssey no Indian should ever have to make right there, going to Texas. I remember I'm in Austin, Texas, my first day, and the Texas boys come knocking on my door talking about, hey, Spirit, you want to play some cowboys and Indian? Yeah, because I was the only Indian, right? I thought it was pretty cool because after all, to keep playing, you got to have an Indian, right? So if I got shot and killed in the game, I just regenerated as a different Indian and keep on playing. It was perfect. It was great. Until they started using repeating BB guns, and then it was a little painful. But don't feel sorry for me, because a month later I had the only casino on the block on all their lunch money. So it was okay. I did real well. I love to travel around and do comedy. I've played all 50 states, 5 foreign countries. I've played with some big names in the business. I've been on stage with Robin Williams and Dana Carvey and Jay Leno and you name it. And then you guys. Comedy is a weird animal. One day I'm in a theater almost theater. The next day I'm in some huge casino that is just immaculate, and my hotel room is huge, and it's got phones in every room, and it's got even the bathroom. I mean, it's wild. And then the next day I'm on like a little 2x4 platform that somebody built in the back of a steakhouse. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. Stand-up comedy is just absolutely amazing. But I travel around a lot, and I'll fly like coast to coast sometimes just to do stand-up. I remember the first time I used to do comedy out in California. I did stand-up comedy for 10 years straight out there. That's how I made my living, just traveling around doing shows. And I remember the first show I did in Jacksonville, Florida. I had to fly from California to Jacksonville, Florida. And I flew Southwest Airlines. Anybody flown Southwest Airlines coast to coast? You flown coast to coast? It is a long trip, isn't it? And they tried. I flew, this was right after 9/11. Right after 9/11. So it was 2001, and I was flying to Jacksonville to do a show. And Southwest Airlines, flying coast to coast, they're trying to make you feel comfortable. So they get real jokey. They still do. They still tell jokes when they do the safety briefing. But this was the first time I ever heard them try to do comedy on Southwest Airlines. And the flight attendant was doing the comedy. She said, like for instance, this is just a sample of their jokes. She said, if the aircraft should suddenly lose cabin pressure, immediately stop screaming, take the mask and put it over your nose and mouth. Stop screaming. That was her big line right there. And I'm thinking, Don Rickles write her material? What is she doing here? So then she said the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard a stewardess say. She said, should the aircraft suddenly become a cruise liner, your seat cushion may be used as a flotation device. A cruise liner is what she said. That's the politically correct way of saying, in case we crash into the ocean, right? That's like saying he's not dead, he's just electroencephalographically challenged. That's all. I could have said EEG, but I went all the way for you people, because I'm a giver. But she said, in case we become a cruise liner, your seat cushion can be used as a flotation device. lady, I don't know if you heard or not, but we're flying from Sacramento to Jacksonville across the vast expanse of the United States of America. I doubt seriously if becoming a cruise liner is our biggest concern, right? Tell me something I can use. I want her to tell me, what if the aircraft should suddenly become, oh, I don't know, how about a lawn dart? How about that? What if all of a sudden, what about that? Give me something I can use. Tell me that the seat back can be used as a parachute. You know, tell me the tray table converts into a hang glider. Give me some hope, is what I'm saying. But maybe that's why we're wearing these antiquated seat belts, so we don't accidentally fall out of the seat and hit our heads or something like that. Should the aircraft suddenly come to a sudden stop in midair, like up against a mountain, we don't go flying out of the seat. You have to be smart when you travel, though. You have to think about that. See, I bought a new car. I know about crash tests. And I know that when you buy a new car, they build a crumple zone in the front of the automobile to cushion the passengers upon a front end impact. I figure first class is the crumple zone on an airplane. Right? So I'm sitting in the back because I've never heard of a plane backing into a mountain before. I'm sitting back there. I do love to travel, but I thought I'd be traveling differently in 2021. Weren't we supposed to have flying cars by now? You'd think we were supposed to have flying cars by now, but no. We can't even get the roads fixed. You've been traveling lately and run into construction everywhere? Ran into construction on the way up here. Accidentally ran off the road and hit one of those orange, what do you call it, vests. I hit one of those orange vests on the side of the road. It was terrible. It was they make like a high-pitched scream when you hit them. It's wild. Luckily, I wasn't hurt. But we got construction everywhere. I don't know what's going on in this nation, but we need to fix it. How many of you have ever seen another Indian comedian ever in your life? You have? Who was it? Oh, an East, the dot, not the feather. That's yeah. I actually have an Indian friend of mine. He's East Indian, Tapan Trivedi, out in California. I was coming back from a show one time. He calls me, "Hey, Spirit, you got a show this weekend?" I said, "No." He said, "Man, you got to come. I'm doing an all-Indian show." I said, "We're not the same kind of Indian." He said, "I know. That's what will be hilarious." He said, "You'll be the only Indian that's an American Indian. All the rest of them will be East Indians from India." So I showed up with a penny stuck on my forehead right here. They did not think that was funny. I don't know why. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah. No, a lot of people have never seen an Indian comedian. Some of you think I still haven't, but I promise I make my living doing. A lot of people have never heard of an American Indian comedian, but I actually had no heroes growing up. There weren't any Indian comedians. There weren't any Indian actors. There weren't any. I mean, the best we had was Michael and Sarah. Remember him? How many of you are old enough to remember this old TV show called Law of the Plainsman, where Michael and Sarah played an Indian, a half-breed Apache marshal named Sam Buckhart? Does that mean anything, anybody? Sam Buckhart, I loved it. Michael and Sarah played him. Michael and Sarah would go on and marry Barbara Eden for My Dream of Jeannie. He was my hero. Are you kidding me? An Indian married I Dream of Jeannie? This is great. He was my only Indian superhero because we didn't have people, and we didn't sit around like the woke generation and whine about it. You know what we did? We invented our own because we had an imagination, right? So I'd see Superman, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. And we created the Indian version, Casino Man, able to bust opponents in a single round. We saw Aquaman, he could fight underwater, cool. The Indian version was Water Moccasin. He could bite underwater. Oh, you guys, try, don't let your wife see you, but give me a heads up. You remember Wonder Woman? Woo-hoo-hoo. Remember Linda Carter playing Wonder Woman on TV? Woo, yeah, that was the girl right there, Wonder Woman. She was a Wonder Woman, man. So I invented the Indian equivalent, Wet Dream Catcher. That was, yeah, oddly enough, still played by Linda Carter. So it was perfect. But actually, later on, there was an American Indian comedian. He came on the scene. Maybe you've heard of him. His name was Running Foxworthy. Anybody? Anybody ever? First Indian comedian, Running Foxworthy. Maybe you heard of him. I think some white dude ripped him off and kind of did. But Running Foxworthy was one of those southern Indians. He was like a Chair-Billy or a Hickasaw, something like that. You know, he was one of those. But he used to travel with these other three Indians actually, that he traveled with, and they did a little thing called the Red Man Comedy Tour. Maybe you've heard of it. Ladies and gentlemen, as a tribute, as I get myself out of here, as a tribute to my favorite Indian comedian, Running Foxworthy, I would like to present for you his version of "You Might Be a Red Man." You know, a lot of people ask me, they say, "Running Foxworthy, I think I might have a little Indian blood in me myself." And I always tell them, there's a surefire way to tell whether or not you might be a red man. If people come up to you and ask you for change for a beaver pelt, you might be a red man. If there is a verb anywhere in your name, you might be a red man. If the check engine light comes on in your car and you look back to see if your cousin's still on the tailgate, you might be a red man. If you have more than one recipe for acorns, you might be a red man. If you've ever gone to a casino and they wouldn't let you in because you didn't have a reservation, you might be a red man. If you have a special knife just for scalping concert tickets, you might be a red man. If every time you go to a dance club, it rains, you might be a red man. If you've ever been asked for a picture ID and you showed them a nickel, you might be a red man. If your family reunion looks like a casting call for Dances with Wolves, you might be a red man. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, if people shout out your name when they jump out of an airplane, you might be a red man. Thank you very much. I'm Spirit Walker. I hope you have a good night.
Front porch on your old farmhouse. Been a while, but I still see it clearly. Cigarette smoke filling the air. Close my eyes and I feel you near me. Every word you said, everything you did, still running around my head. Don't need to flip through all pictures to remember you. all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle always dry. You poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. There's nothing like your love to give me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. I stay strong on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Thank y'all so much. Well, for those of you who, I guess I should say, for those of you who don't know my mom, then if you know my mom, you know all about me. Or if you knew YC and Janelle Palmer, you know all about me. But if you didn't, my name's Courtney Dickinson, and my mom grew up here in Roanoke, Alabama, and I've been coming here, oh goodness, a lot. At least 2 weekends or so every month, as a kid growing up and all that. So super excited to be back here and to play to family that has never seen me live before. And so glad y'all came out, so thank you.
Thank you. Well, if you don't know this about me, you're going to find out tonight that I love 90s country. So we're going to be playing a lot of 90s country for y'all. We also have some older songs genre, and I'll be playing some music, but this is one of our favorites to play. Searching for the promised land. We can go for 100 miles before we stop for gas. It will drive for a day, and then we'll take a look at the map. Oh, it's Carolina, Hales, California, the ocean where it don't matter. Well, y'all are great. Thank you. Well, this next song is one of my songs, and if you like what you hear, I have some CDs for sale over here, and this one I put out a couple years ago. It's called So Over the Rainbow, and if you guys know who Eric Pasley is, I'm not sure if you do, but he had a couple songs out. He actually wrote this song, and I was lucky enough to be able to record it. It's called So Over the Rainbow. You missed it, landed in a strange place. Funny little people, witches out to get me. Everybody skipping down the yellow brick road.
Now, some of these songs y'all are going to know. So don't be afraid to sing along, or some of them you can dance to, but especially this next one. Sing along if you know it. He was working through college on my grandpa's farm, thirsting for knowledge, and he had a car. Yeah, I was caught somewhere between a woman and a child. One restless summer we found love growing wild on the banks of the river on a well-beaten path. It's funny how those memories can last. Strawberry wine, 17, hot July moon, saw everything. The first taste of love, wow, bittersweet, the green on the vine, like strawberry wine. I still remember when 30 was old. My biggest fear was September, when he had to go. A few cards and letters and one long distance call. We drifted away like the leaves in the fall. Year after year, I'd come back to this place just to remember the taste. Strawberry wine, 17, the hot July moon, saw everything. My first taste of love, wow, bittersweet, the green on the vine, like strawberry wine. Fields have grown over now, years since they've seen the plow. There's nothing time hasn't touched. Is it really him or the loss of my innocence? I've been missing so much. Strawberry wine, 17, hot July moon, saw everything. My first taste of love, wow, bittersweet, the green on the vine, like strawberry wine. Strawberry wine, like strawberry wine. Thank y'all. So I know we had, is Diana still here? She? Well, happy late birthday to Diana. I'm sorry if I'm embarrassing you.
let's wish happy birthday to Diana. And then there's another birthday, too. Huh? Connor, it's my husband's birthday today. And he sacrificed his birthday to come hang out with y'all. All right, well, this next song is, he told me not to sing to him, so that's why I only said happy birthday. But this next song is one that, it's one of my songs I co-wrote. And like I said, if you like what you hear, I've got some CDs up here, or if you don't like CDs and you like playlists, be sure to add it on all of the playlists. We got Spotify, Apple Music, all of the above. I should probably get going right about now. Take the keys to my car and just peace out. You and this night are better than I imagined. Who knew your eyes could be such a distraction? You're like a magnet, gotta have it. You know it ain't like me. Come on, baby, let's get young, young, young. Boom, boom, forever tonight's the night. We won't be forgetting. Boy, you got me carefree, acting a little crazy. Now you got me thinking. Let's be young, young, young. Boom, boom. I got somewhere to be at 8 in the morning. I've got a guarded heart. It's just a warning when your arms around me. I forget everything, no responsibility. Come on, baby, let's be young, young, young. Boom, boom, forever tonight's the night. We won't be forgetting. Boy, you got me carefree, acting a little crazy. Now you got me thinking. Let's be young, young, young. Boom, boom, forever. Young, young, young. Boom, boom, forever tonight's the night we won't be forgetting. Let's be young, young, young. Boom, boom, forever tonight's the night we won't be forgetting. Boy, you got me carefree, acting a little crazy. Now you got me thinking. Let's be young, young, young. Boom, boom, forever. Boom, boom, forever. Thank y'all so much. Well, I know that there's not been much, I don't know if there's been a lot in here since they've redone it, but I'm really excited to be back, and I'm sorry to keep embarrassing people, but let's give a round of applause for Chris back there, who put this whole event on. Because without him, we wouldn't have free music and all sorts of fun stuff. So thank you so much for inviting me and for putting on such a great event. I cut my bangs with some rusty kitchen scissors. I screamed his name till the neighbors called the cops. I numbed the pain at the expense of my liver. Don't know what I did next, all I know I couldn't. Word got around to the barflies and the Baptists. My mama's phone started ringing off the hook. I can hear her now saying she ain't gonna have it. Don't matter how you feel.
Well, it only matters how you look. Go and fix your makeup, rubbing, dust your makeup running. Hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. 'Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. This ain't my mama's broken heart. Wish I could be just a little less dramatic, like a Kennedy when Camelot went down in flames. Needed to me to be holding the matches when the fire trucks show up and there's nobody else to blame. Can't get revenge and keep a spotless reputation. Sometimes revenge is a choice you gotta make. My mama came from a softer generation where you get a grip and bite your lip just to save a little. But when fix your makeup burning, dust your makeup running, hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. 'Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall apart. This ain't my mama's broken heart. How do you nose? Paint your toes, line your lips and keep them closed. Go and fix your makeup, girlie. Dust your makeup running. Hide your crazy and start acting like a lady. 'Cause I raised you better, gotta keep it together even when you fall. We're going to do another one of my songs for you guys. And this one it's called Freedom. And it was my first well, I guess it's my second. It was my second top 40 on country radio, secondary country radio. But the cool thing about this one was that I promoted it. So for those of you who don't know all about music business, there's a lot of people involved. It takes a lot to be able to do it. And usually you have to hire a promoter, and it's very expensive, and that's how you get on the chart. But we did that with the first one, and with the second one, I just tried to see if all my radio friends and contacts and the marketing degree that we all paid for, me and my parents, and I tried it, and it worked out, and I got a top 40 out of it. So if you like it and you know it, sing along. If you don't know it, be sure to add it on all of your playlists or have it up here. It's called Freedom.
Car is ready to run. Do we have any Brooks and Dunn fans out there? There we go. Okay, well, if there's that many, then I want to hear y'all singing along. I was raised up around 3, out past where the blacktop ends. We'd walk to church on Sunday morning, race barefoot back to Johnson's Fen. That's where I first saw Mary on the roadside picking blackberries. That summer turned the corner in my soul. Red dirt road. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I raised my, I learned the path to heaven. Sinners and believers. I learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've learned, I've come to know there's life above this, that red road. Daddy didn't like me much in my shackled GTO. I'd sneak out in the middle of the night, throw rocks at her bedroom window. We turn out the headlights and drive by the moonlight. Talk about what the future might hold. Red dirt road. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I raised my first car. I tore it all to pieces. Learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. I learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've learned, I've come to know that there's life above this red dirt road. Came out into the world, and I came back in. I lost Mary, oh, but I got her back again. Driving home tonight feels like I found a long lost friend. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I raised my first car. I tore it all to pieces. Learned the path to heaven is full of sinners and believers. I learned that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers. I've learned, I've come to know that there's life above this, that red dirt road. Thank you. Is it raining? Well, y'all are sitting in the rain. Well, thanks. How bad is it raining? You're lying, Trent. Oh, I thought you said bad. How about some Trisha Yearwood fans? Yeah? Watching the chickens peck the ground. There ain't a whole lot going on tonight in this one horse town. Over yonder, coming up the road in his beat up Chevy truck. Her boyfriend Tommy laying on the horn, splashing through the mud and the mud. Her daddy said, now he ain't worth a lick. When it comes to brains, he got the short end of the stick. But Katie's young and man, she just don't care. She'd follow Tommy anywhere. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. And even if they had to run away, gonna marry that boy someday. Katie and Tommy at the drive-in movie, parked in the very last row. They're too busy holding on to one another to even care about the show. Later on outside the Tasty Breeze, Tommy slipped something on her hand. He said my house cleaning will have to do till I can buy a wedding band. Her daddy said, now he ain't worth the lick. When it came to brains, he got the short end of the stick. But Katie's young and man, she just don't care. She'd follow Tommy anywhere. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. She's in love with the boy. And even if they had to run away, she's gonna marry that boy someday. Her daddy's waiting up till 12:30 when they come sneaking up the wall. He says, young lady, get on up to your room, or me and Junior have a talk. Mama breaks in, says, don't lose your temper. It wasn't very long ago. Say you yourself was just a hasty plowboy who didn't have a road of own. My daddy said you wasn't worth a lick. When it came to brains, he got the short end of the stick. But he was wrong, and honey, you Thank you. So we're going to switch up our set list a little bit because I saw on the radar it said it was going to rain, and in 20 minutes it looks real bad. But we're going to hope that it doesn't. But just in case it does, I know a couple people wanted to hear 2 different songs of mine, so I'm going to go ahead and play them that way. If it does rain, y'all got to hear them. So this song, if you know me, you know this song. This song is called See You Here, and we shot the music video. I'm sure all of you have seen the video at my grandparents' in their hometown, so I hope that I can make it through it. It's called See You Here. Front porch on your old farmhouse. Been a while, but I still see it clearly. Cigarette smoke filling the air. Close my eyes and I feel you near me. Every word you said, everything you did, still running around my head. Don't need to flip through or pictures to remember you. 'Cause I see you here. Even though you left, you're never really gone. You're here. How can I forget when you're living on? Damn, I wish I knew how much I'm missing you. All the memories and tears won't disappear. I still see you here. You were always the life of the party. Old jokes with the perfect timing. Don't wanna laugh if it ain't with you. I still do when I do. You're right beside me. Even though you left, you're never really gone. You're here. How can I forget when you're living on? Damn, I wish you knew how much I'm missing you. I still see you here. Cause I see you here. Even though you left, you're never really gone. You're here. How can I forget when you're living on? Damn, I wish you knew how much I'm missing you. All the memories and tears won't disappear. I still see you here. I still see you here. Front porch on your old farmhouse. Been a while, but I still see it clearly. Thank you very much. Well, I had a request for this next song, too, of mine, so I hope y'all don't mind for the last half of the set. Y'all are just going to hear a bunch of covers, but just in case it rains, we're going to pray it doesn't, but... So this song is my current single right now, and it's been out since April, the beginning of April, digitally, but we just released it to radio on Wednesday, and on the first day it had 2 ads, which was really cool. So now it's at country radio, and you all should call Roanoke, Alabama's. I've done an interview with him. Call I think it's WELR, right? Call them and tell them to play this song. And if any other radio station, call it. At home, 94.9 The Bull's been playing it a little bit. And this song's called Convenience Store.
social dialect. Slim Jim, got a better chance of winning on that lottery ticket. Odds of getting lucky, getting smaller by the minute. Before you lost your mind. After 24 hours, 7 days, 7-Eleven, no competing girl. Always available, you're flying Chase Speedways, Mark Circle K. You come and go, it's gone and when you don't get what you wanted, go anymore. Baby, I'm not in your convenience store. Say no 2-for-1, 3 Musketeers. Show up when you're out of beer. Yeah, you're crazy. I'm not your 24-hour, 7 days, 7-Eleven, no go getting girl. Always available, you're flying Chase Speedways, Mark Circle K. You come and go, it's gone and when you don't get what you wanted, go anymore. Baby, I'm not in your convenience store. Not in your convenience store. No, 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 no. Thank you very much. You know I like my chicken fried and cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. Well, I was raised underneath the shade of Georgia pine, and that's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, homemade pine, where the peaches grow. And my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled with love, corn and southern brown, and a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio I like to see sunrise, see the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious heart, no other's love. It's funny how the little things in life, they mean the most. Not where you live, or what you drive, or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on a piece of mind. This I've come to know. So if you agree, have a drink with me. Raise your glasses for a toast to a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio. I like to see sunrise and see the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, no other's Thank God for my life. You fought the stars and tried, made freedom forever fly. Let it all the things we love, like our chicken fried, cold beer on Friday night, the jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see sunrise, see the love in a woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and your mother's love. Thank you. Now we're trying to figure out, I'm hoping it doesn't rain, but we're going to do some of our favorites, so that way in case it does, y'all get to hear them. But I feel like this one might be perfect for y'all. Help me sing it. Big wheels keep on turning, singing songs about the Southland. I miss Alabama once again, and I think it's a sin. Renegade does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Now tell the truth. Let's hear it. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama, but I'm coming home to you. Yeah. In Birmingham, they love the governor. Ooh, ooh, now we all did what we could do. Renegade does not bother me. Does your conscience bother you? Now tell me. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are blue. Yeah. Sweet home Alabama. In Muscle Shoals, they've got the swampers, and they've been known to pick a song or two. Lord, they get me off so much. They pick me up when I'm feeling blue. Now how about you? Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you, Alabama. Give it up for Brandon over here on guitar. We got Garth Brooks fans out there? There's got to be some. open boots ruin your black tie affair. Last one to know, last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise, fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. And I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in low places where they'll, and I'll be okay. I'm not big on social graces. Think I step on down to the oasis. So I've got friends in low places. Well, I guess I was wrong. I just don't belong. But then I've been there before. Everything's alright. I'll just say goodnight and I'll show myself to the door. I didn't mean to cause a big scene. Just give me an hour and then now I'll be as high as that ivory tower that you're living there. 'Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases away. I'll be okay. Now I'm not big on social graces. Think I slip on down to the oasis. So I've got friends in low places. One more time. I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer, and I'll be okay. Now I'm not big on social graces. Think I slip on down to the oasis. So I've got friends in low places. Yeah, I've got friends in low places. Thank y'all. We're going to keep it up with some 90s country. Let y'all sing along if you know them. Creole Williams lived down a dirt road, made homemade wine like nobody I know. By one Friday night, said, can you help me, Creole? Got a little girl waiting on me and I wanna treat her right. I got what she needs, son. It's sitting down in the cellar. Reach through the cobweb, turn on the light and stare. There might be a little dust on the bottle. Don't let it fool you about what's inside. There might be a little dust on the bottle. It's one of those things that gets sweeter with time. Sitting on the front porch as I pulled up the driveway. My old heart was racing as she climbed inside. Slid over real close as we drove down to the lake road. Watched that sun fade in the big red sky. I reached under the front seat and said, now here's something special. Just been waiting for tonight. Well, there might be a inside. a little dust on the bottle. Don't let it fool you about what's inside. There might be a little dust on the bottle. Well, it's one of those things that gets sweeter with time. There might be a little dust on the bottle, but don't let it fool you about what's inside. There might be a little dust on the bottle. It's one of those things that gets sweeter with time. Don't let it fool you.
Well, thank you guys for staying out with us a little bit through the rain, and I really appreciate it. And if you all have a Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media you use, if you're not already following me, I'd really appreciate that like button, because unfortunately it means a lot to music people that you have a lot of followers. So if you would please, I'd really appreciate it. I know most of you in this room already are and already have, but if you aren't, make sure to do it.
Lazy and the moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Crickets are singing and the lightning bugs are floating on the breeze. Baby, get ready.
Well, thank y'all again so much for hanging out with us. And thank you, Chris, for inviting me. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for putting this on. And hopefully, if y'all invite all your friends, next year we're going to have a huge one. Pour me another drink, 'cause I don't wanna feel a thing no more, hell no. I just wanna sip it till the pain wears off. Pour me another round, line 'em up and knock 'em down. Two more, let's go, 'cause I ain't ever heard like this before. Don't wanna think about it, ring without him. Don't wanna hit the karaoke box and sing without him. So make them drink strong, 'cause Buddy is gone. If I'm ever gonna move on, I'ma need some whiskey glasses, 'cause I don't wanna see the truth. Probably making out on the couch right now with someone new, and I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. If I'ma be single, I'ma need a double shot of that heartbreak groove. See the world through whiskey glasses. See the world through whiskey glasses. Last call, I swear this will be my last call. But I ain't drunk, darling, no more at 3 a.m. Mr. Bartender, hit me again. Don't wanna think about him, we'll ring without him. Don't wanna hit the karaoke bar, can't sing without him. So make them drink strong, 'cause Buddy's gone. If I'm never gonna move on, I'ma need some whiskey glasses, 'cause I don't wanna see the truth. I've been making out on the couch right now with someone new, and I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. If I'ma be single, I'ma need a double shot of that heartbreak groove. See the world through whiskey glasses. See the world through whiskey glasses. Line 'em up, line 'em up, line 'em up, line 'em up. Knock 'em back, knock 'em back, knock 'em back, knock 'em back. Fill 'em up, fill 'em up, fill 'em up, fill 'em up. 'Cause if he ain't ever coming back, line 'em up, line 'em up, line 'em up, line 'em up. Knock 'em back, knock 'em back, knock 'em back, knock 'em back. Fill 'em up, fill 'em up, fill 'em up, fill 'em up. 'Cause if he ain't ever coming back, I'ma need some whiskey glasses, 'cause I don't wanna see the truth. I've been making out on the couch right now with someone new. I'ma need some whiskey glasses if I'm gonna make it through. If I'ma be single, I'ma need a double shot of that heartbreak groove. See the world through whiskey glasses.
was a man I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. And I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you. So whatever you decide to do, Jolene. The one for me. When my heart hit a problem in the early hours, so I stopped and dead for a bit or two. But I cut some cord and I shouldn't have done that, and they won't forgive me after all this years.
we're going to slow it down just a little bit. So if y'all want to slow dance, now's your time. Everyone, if you know this song, sing along, sway along. Took my love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in a snow-covered hill where the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is it? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder. Children get older, and I'm getting older too. So well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. So take this love, take it down. And if you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in a snow-covered hill, the landslide brought me down. And if you see my reflection in a snow-covered hill, maybe, well, maybe, well, maybe the landslide will bring you down. Thank you so much. I'm a turner, turn pages all the time. I don't like where I'm at, 34 was bad. I
just turned 35. Yeah, I'm a keeper. I keep digging down for the deep. Like the records I'm playing, they might keep you waiting, but you don't wanna play them for keeps. And if the house just keeps on winning, I got a wild card up my sleeve. If love keeps giving me lemons, I just mix them in my drink. And if the whole wide world stops singing and all the stars go dark, I turn a light on in my soul, keep a bluebird in my heart. Well, I'm a giver, yeah, and I'm still giving them hell. Forgiving's pretty hard, so I made an art out of forgetting them well. Yeah, I'm a briber. I can turn 20 cents into a 10. And if I get confused and I start to lose, I rhyme a dime till it all makes sense. And if the house just keeps on winning, I got a wild card up my sleeve. If love keeps giving me lemons, I just mix them in my drink. And if the whole wide world stops singing and all the stars go dark, I turn a light on in my soul, keep a bluebird in my heart. And if the house just keeps on winning, I got a wild card up my sleeve. If love keeps giving me lemons, I just mix them in my drink. And if the whole wide world stops singing and all the stars go dark, I turn a light on in my soul, keep a bluebird in my heart. I turn a light on in my soul, keep a bluebird in my heart.
Thank you. We're going to get out of country a little bit and do some, I don't know, 80s song. This is 80s, right? Is this 80s? Yeah, it's 80s. I think so. So if y'all know it, sing along, clap along.
You're a real tough cookie with a long history, breaking little hearts like the one in me. That's okay, let's see how you do it. Put up your dukes,
Thank you so much to those of you that have stayed till the end with us. We're going to do another one of our favorites for you. I think this is one of BJ's favorites. It is. Very superstitious writings on the wall. Very superstitious that is about to fall. A 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad love, good things in the past. You believe in things that you don't understand, and then you suffer. Superstition ain't no way. Very superstitious. Wash your face and hands. Rid me of the problem. Do all that you can. Keep me in a daydream. Keep me going strong. Now you don't want to save me. Sad is my song. You believe in things that you don't understand, and then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Very superstitious. Wash your face and hands. Ooh, very superstitious. The devil's on his way. A 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad love. Ooh, good things in the past. You believe in things that you don't understand, and then you suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition ain't the way. Thank y'all so much. All right, well, for those Brooks and Dunn fans out there, we're going to do another one for y'all. But this one, if y'all know a girl named Casey Musgrave, she did a version of it, which is really cool. So we're going to do her version of it. But for all you Brooks and Dunn fans, you'll still know it. When the sun goes down on my side of town, a lonesome feeling comes to
There's a rundown bar across the railroad track. Got a table for two way in the back where I sit alone. I think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of a neon moon. Oh, if you lose your world and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. I think of two young lovers running wild and free. Close my eyes and sometimes see you in the shadows of that smoke-filled room. No telling how many tears I've sat here and cried, or how many lies that I've lied, telling my poor heart he'll come back someday. Oh, and I'll be alright as long as there's light from a neon moon. Oh, if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. Jukebox plays on, drink by drink, and the words to every sad song seem to say what I think. This pain inside of me, it ain't ever gonna end. Oh, and I'll be alright as long as there's light from a neon moon. Oh, if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. If you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon.
Thank you guys so much. We got two more for y'all for tonight. So thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with me. Once again, I'm Courtney Dickinson, and we're going to end it with a little Jody Messina for you.
Well, it's been a long time, glad to see your face. I knew we meet again another time, another place. Can't believe it's been so many years. You better grab a chair and a couple of beers.
Thank you all so much. We got one more for you. So once again, I'm Courtney Dickinson. Thank you guys so much for having me out tonight and for staying this late with us.
Something like a strong wind is coming over me, got a hold of me, thinking, doing things I shouldn't be, I really shouldn't be. Give it one more call, one more what you're doing right now, just a one more trip, my side of town and you walk right in. One more, here we go again. One more drink leads to another. You slide up close to me, tear the t-shirts off each other. Your hands all over me. Tell myself I'm not in love. And one more time, not in love. One last kiss and then you're gonna find you. Wishing you could stay a little longer. So calm and so cool, yeah, I try to be like it don't bother me. The last time was the last time till I'm all alone. I'm picking up the phone. One more call, one more what you're doing right now, just a one more trip, my side of town and you walk right in. One more, here we go again. One more drink leads to another. You slide up close to me, tear the t-shirts off each other. Your hands all over me. I tell myself I'm not in love, but one more time, not in love. One last kiss and then you're gonna find you. Wishing you could stay a little longer. Oh, one more drink leads to another. You slide up close to me, tear the t-shirts off each other. Your hands all over me. I tell myself I'm not in love, but one more time, not in love. One last kiss and then you're gonna find you. Wishing you could stay a little longer. Stay a little longer.
Thank you guys so much again.